Valley League Baseball is back, and the Purcellville Cannons would like to thank Hello and welcome to Fireman's Field in Purcellville, Virginia. It's time for Purcellville Cannons baseball as the first place Cannons welcome in the Front Royal Cardinals. Howdy, baseball fans. Jeremy Huber here with my partner. Partner, what's your name again? I'm so frustrated I can't remember your name.
I'm TJ D'Onofrio, y'all.
Thank you much, TJ. And TJ, I tell you what, things might be going wrong in the booth, but things are going right for the Cannons after last night. A huge, huge win. Jake Slade playing the hero.
Absolutely. I mean, Jake Slade, the hometown kid, went to Loudoun Valley High School just down the road. He comes in 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. We're down 1 man on second, and he hits a home run to have us win. He puts us ahead. It was a great battle, back and forth all game, just trailing the Royals. And at the last play of the game, we came ahead. And you can talk to Coach Fuller. He's not much of one when they win. He doesn't celebrate in front of the other team. He's very respectful. Even he put his hat off and ran to home plate and said that was one of the best hits I've seen, one of the best plays I've seen in a long, long time.
Yeah, I think he said about that win over the Newmarket Rebels last night. He said it may be the most thrilling game I've been associated with the Purcellville Cannons, even in our time throughout the Valley. So a huge win last night. Cannons look for another one. We'll tell you all about it. But over to our public address announcer right now about tonight's national anthem.
Singing for us tonight is Bridget Cook. Bridget is a songwriter in Northern Virginia who plays at local wineries, breweries, and other venues. She has original music on Spotify and Apple Music and can be found on YouTube and other social media platforms. Whenever you're ready, take it away, Bridget.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
What a rendition of our national anthem, and what a way to kick things off in Purcellville. Beautiful Saturday night. The Cannons will look to keep on winning and stay atop the Valley League North. With your starting lineups in this one, my partner, TJ D'Onofrio.
To start it off for the Cardinals, batting first is third baseman Nick Mullen. After that, Jimmy King, Brody Popple, Ruben Livingston, Andrew Rugery, Cooper Milford, Elijah Grant, and to round off Van Coughlin to round off their hits is Delaney Powell. And for your Purcellville Cannons, starting in left field, Caleb Freeman, center field, Michael Gupton, right field, Jaquan Smith, David Sorg at first, RJ Fricall at second, Shin Inouye, shortstop, Jake Slade at third, Gavin Brayland as your catcher, Andrew Pickering as your DH, and Landry Drecka as their starting pitcher for your Purcellville Cannons.
On the mound tonight, Landry Jerica. He is the pitcher, right-hander out of Queens University from Greenwood, Arkansas. Started his college career at Kansas State. 6'2", 205-pound junior right-hander. He started the opener last Friday versus Winchester. Took the no decision as he pitched 4 innings, allowed 3 runs. 2 of those earned, 6 hits, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts for Jerica at Queens College earlier this year. 15 games, 15 starts, as he pitched to a 7.26 ERA in 74 1/3 innings, 3-8 record as he walked 30 batters, struck out 75, 15 hit by pitches, 16 homers allowed. That's a little high. Opponents hit .325 against Landry at Queens this year. And as I know that I'm an old-time Valley guy, I guess, in a sense. I've been around almost a decade. You're kind of new to it. But one thing we learned, TJ, you learn quickly in this league is, can you not walk people? Can you not commit errors? Normally, you're going to win a lot of ball games.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen even just with the Cannons, when we throw strikes, we win innings, we win games. A lot of times the Cannons will be getting themselves in bad positions, and they have to bring in a new pitcher to try to get them out of them, including last night. At one point, bases were loaded, and we had to bring in, I believe it was Michael Hoheisel came in, or it might have been Bauer Burkhart came in and got us out of another bad situation. And you know why? Because they throw strikes. When our outfield is playing the way they should be, we don't win. We don't just win, we dominate. We are all over them. We smother them with our infield because our infield might be the best infield in the league the way they play at this level.
So time to almost get this one underway. One quick update want to give you. RJ Watanabe, all good. Talked to him, came up to get his camera today, and he said, we said, are you all right? And so he's all good. And TJ talked to him a little more in depth. I'm sure you'll get into that as the broadcast goes along. But good to see after he left that game in the second inning yesterday after being hit in the head with a line drive. We are underway. First pitch at 7 o'clock straight up, as it is a ball to leadoff hitter Nick Mullen. Mullen yesterday in a rout for Front Royal against Winchester was 1 for 4 in that contest. Jerica's second pitch will miss inside for ball 2. Here comes your 2-0 pitch, and that's going to be popped up. And coming in and going out, calling for it, the shortstop in a way makes the grab as Freeman was back deep, and Shin had to take it, and he did for out number 1.
And, you know, it just goes to even just now just saying our infield is so good. Shin, in a way, tracking that the entire time, sun in his eyes, he does not care. He is one of the better players on this team as he has not made a single error so far this season.
Here's Jimmy King, the shortstop for the Cannons, or for the Royals, I should say, as that's in for a strike.
And for the Holy Cross Crusaders as well, who has upped his batting average this his junior year, or his sophomore year. This junior year had a little bit of a slump with still 21 stolen bases. So this guy gets on base. He's looking to run.
Long hold by Jerica, and he delivers, and that is on the outside corner for strike 2.
With 174 at-bats, he only had 33 runs with 49 hits, only batted 282 this past season.
Here comes your 0-2 pitch, and that is a swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, good night for Jimmy King as he went chasing that breaking ball, and 2 quick outs for the Cannons here in the top of the first inning.
Next up, the designated hitter from Florida A&M, number 12, Brody Popple.
Here's Brody Popple. He is your DH tonight out of Florida A&M. Jerica will deliver. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes a ball. Popple last night, 1 for 3, as he scored a run and walked 2 times. Also had a strikeout. Here's your 1-0. That's going to be hit out into center field, and coming on making the sliding catch is Michael Gupton. 1-2-3 inning goes Front Royal. We head to the bottom of the first. No score here in Purcellville.
Valley League Baseball is back, and the Purcellville Cannons would like to thank their sponsors for the 2024 season. Cannons Baseball is brought to you by The Pub, with locations in both Purcellville and Ashburn, and Catoctin Creek Distillery in the heart of downtown Purcellville. Cannons Baseball is also brought to you by Carrington Homes, Fairfax Coin, Ridge Performance, Valley Drilling, Affinity Hair, Case Co, Lowers Risk Group, Lava Technologies, UPP, T-Mobile, Savage Pest Warfare, and Valley Energy. Thanks again to all the fine sponsors of Purcellville Cannons Baseball. And if you'd like to become a sponsor, find out more at purcellvillecannons.com. Loudoun County, get ready. Your Purcellville Cannons are hosting the annual Valley League All-Star Game at Fireman's Field. This year's contest is a two-day event with the Home Run Derby on Saturday night, followed by the Valley League All-Star Game on Sunday. Also on the docket, a cornhole tournament, a high school home run derby, and the Valley League Hall of Fame induction. It's the Valley League All-Star Game June 29th and 30th at Fireman's Field. No scores. We head to the bottom of the first with your lineups. Here's DJ.
For your Purcellville Cannons start, our leadoff batter, RJ for call, right behind Shin Inouye. Batting third, Jake Slade. Fourth, Caleb Freeman. David Sorg, fifth. Michael Gupton, sixth. Andrew Pickering, your DH tonight. Gavin Brawland. And rounding out our lineup, Jaquan Smith. And for the Front Royal Cardinals at right field, Andrew Rugery. At center fielder, Delaney Powell. Right fielder, Cooper Milford. Nick Mullen at third. Jimmy King at shortstop. Elijah Grant at second. Ruben Livingston at first. Van Coughlin as your catcher. And pitching for the Front Royals is Mark Schweikert.
Mark Schweikert is your pitcher tonight for Front Royal. As
It's quite the name.
Schweikert out of Allegheny College. That's not the junior college. That's the Division III school in Pennsylvania. Comes from Richmond, Virginia, and J.R. Tucker High School. His only outing of the season in the Valley. Earned the win last Saturday versus Winchester. Allowed an unearned run and 3 hits over 6 innings, striking out 5 and walking 4. RJ Fricall steps in, and we are underway with the bottom of the first, as that'll be grounded to third base, past the third baseman. Chance, though, by the shortstop, and he makes the play as it bounced off the glove of Mullen right to King, who gets the out on Fricall by a step.
Fricall, after a great showing last night, had one of his better games, 2 for 5 in the box. He had a great game for his standards, being just out of high school. I like that he took the swing. I thought it was a good hit. Just got to be a little bit faster, maybe hit a little bit stronger, little sharper. That's the word I was looking for.
Here's Inouye. And here's the wind and the pitch. Shows bunt, pulls it back, misses outside for a ball. It's one thing that talking to the head coach of the Cardinals, Brian Worth, as here comes the 1-0. That's low for a ball. Coach Worth said, look, one thing that Schweikert's kind of looking for, and everyone's looking for, is that soft contact early in at bat. Exactly what he got from Fricall. As the 2-0 comes, that'll be flied out to center field. Going back is Powell, but he'll settle under it in the gap and make the catch for out number 2. So that'll bring up the hero from last night, Jake Slade. Slade went 3 for 5 with a double and then the game-winning 2-run homer as he walked it off to give the Cannons the 6-5 win over the Newmarket Rebels.
I actually got to interview him last night afterwards, and he said it was one of the best feelings being able to do it for his home crowd and his home team.
Here's the pitch, and that'll be fouled off. It's actually funny, one of the assistant principals over there at Valley, Loudoun Valley, his high school, alma mater. I know her well, and I was going down to the field to go out to my car out beyond the football press box in center field, and she said, hey, you think you can get Jake to come over here afterwards, sign some autographs? And she had her kids and a couple other kids over there wanted to get some time with the hero, as that's going to miss outside. Count goes to 1-1.
If you go over to what we call intern alley after the game, you'll see swarms of fans asking every single player for their autograph.
Sometimes they even get the coaches, which is interesting. Here's the 1-1. That'll be grounded foul, and quickly count goes to 1-2. So on the verge of a pair of quick innings to start this one off, as Cannons and Landry Jurica wrapped up the top of the first quickly, and now one pitch away for Schweikert. And the righty delivers, and that's going to be hit up the middle. Will it get through? It does. Took a little bit of a weird turn off of a blade of grass in the middle of the infield, but gets through. So the Cannons have a 2-out base hit, and as Jake Slade stays hot. Here's Caleb Freeman. Freeman spent last year with Auburn in the transfer portal, as you hear from many guys. Interestingly enough, Mark Schweikert not in the transfer portal. So last night's pitcher was already. And again, it's kind of the ubiquitous transfer portal at this point. Everyone seems to be in it. Here's the pitch as Freeman takes inside for a ball.
Freeman last night, 3 for 4, 2 walks, had a great showing. Excited to see what he brings to the game today. Excited to see if he keeps up that power.
Throw over and back in safely.
Talking to him earlier today, he said he's feeling phenomenal. Him and Michael Gupton both said they're hitting home runs tonight. Let's see if they hold themselves up to that.
Here comes the 1-0, and that'll be hit weakly to third base. Mullen Fields throws over in time for out number 3. Cannons leave one on. We've played one. No score here in Purcellville.
Valley League Baseball is back, and the Purcellville Cannons would like to thank their sponsors for the 2024 season. Cannons Baseball is brought to you by The Pub, with locations in both Purcellville and Ashburn, and Catoctin Creek Distillery in the heart of downtown Purcellville. Cannons Baseball is also brought to you by Carrington Homes, Fairfax Coin, Ridge Performance, Valley Drilling, Affinity Hair, Caseco, Lowers Risk Group, Lava Technologies, UPP, T-Mobile, Savage Pest Warfare, and Valley Energy. Thanks again to all the fine sponsors of Purcellville Cannons Baseball. And if you'd like to become a sponsor, find out more at purcellvillecannons.com.
Loudoun County, get ready. Your Purcellville Cannons are hosting the annual Valley League All-Star Game at Fireman's Field. This year's contest is a 2-day event with the Home Run Derby on Saturday night, followed by the Valley League All-Star Game on Sunday. Also on the docket, a cornhole tournament, a high school home run derby, and the Valley League Hall of Fame induction. It's the Valley League All-Star Game June 29th and 30th at Fireman's Field. Welcome back for baseball here in Purcellville as the Royals, front Royal, I'm going to do that tonight, I know I will, as the always confusing Winchester and front Royals. That's ripped down the foul line, but foul, as Ruben Livingston at the plate. He'll be followed by Andrew Ruggieri and Cooper Milford. 4, 5, and 6 for front Royal. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be ripped out and played off the hop as Slade went for it, and that will be a man on base for front Royal as Slade going in front. Always third baseman should take it if he can get it. It might have been a tough play for Inouye, but going to be an error on the Cannons as the leadoff man on for front Royal here in the top of the second. Here's Andrew Ruggieri, 1 for 4 last night in the win over Winchester, as that is a swing and a miss. And in that contest, a lot of stolen bases for front Royal. They kind of ran wild on the Royals last night, so something to watch out for the Cannons with the young Gavin Braylon behind home plate. Here's the pitch. That is going to be in there for strike 2.
Jake Slade playing really inside. He's all the way on the grass. Playing very in, thinking that he's going to get a little hop to maybe pick this off to get to first.
Long hold. Here's the 0-2. That'll miss outside, trying to get a chase from Ruggieri. Yeah, last night for Front Royal, 6 stolen bases. King had 2. 4 other Cardinals with 1 each. Here's your 1-2. That's going to miss outside. So count goes 2-2. Livingston on at first base after the error on Slade. Jerica looks in and delivers. And that is going to be on the outside corner for strike 3. As Ruggieri not happy with the call. He's out number 1 here in the top of the second.
I feel like we were saying something before the game started about if you can get the ball over the base, it's good for us. I feel like there was some mention of that.
Here comes Cooper Milford, and everybody says just get it over the plate. That's the important thing, as that's going to be hit out to right center field. As Smith under it, and he makes the catch in front of the huge scoreboard for out number 2.
Next up, the second baseman.
Scoreboard originally built for the Babe Ruth World Series. It came through here a few times. Now Elijah Grant at the plate. Grant, really cool story. He's headed to South Carolina. He is just 5'5". Here's the pitch. That is low for a ball. I've seen some that have him listed higher, but on the Valley League website, he's listed at 5'5", 145 out of Spartanburg, South Carolina, but was all-state in the Palmetto State and also his region player of the year. Here's the 1-0. That is low for ball 2.
I mean, this guy can throw from center field all the way back to home plate. If you watch any of his tapes, this guy knows how to play.
Jerica comes set and delivers the 2-0. That will be in there for a strike. You better be able to play when your Twitter handle is the baby goat, number 6.
I mean, I like the confidence no matter what, even if you don't know how to play. That's the kind of confidence you need in life.
Here comes the 2-1 pitch from Jerica, and he can't hold back, and that is strike 2. So now Landry 1 pitch away from getting around the leadoff error. Landry gets the sign and comes set and delivers the 2-2 as it's a swing and a miss as Grant went chasing for the 3rd out of the inning. 1.5 done in Purcellville. Still no score here at Fireman's Field.
Valley League Baseball is back, and the Purcellville Cannons would like to thank their sponsors for the 2024 season. Cannons Baseball is brought to you by The Pub, with locations in both Purcellville and Ashburn, and Catoctin Creek Distillery in the heart of downtown Purcellville. Cannons Baseball is also brought to you by Carrington Homes, Fairfax Coin, Ridge Performance, Valley Drilling, Affinity Hair, Caseco, Lowers Risk Group, Lava Technologies, UPP, T-Mobile, Savage Pest Warfare, and Valley Energy. Thanks again to all the fine sponsors of Purcellville Cannons Baseball. And if you'd like to become a sponsor, find out more at PurcellvilleCannons.com.
Loudoun County, get ready. Your Purcellville Cannons are hosting the annual Valley League All-Star Game at Fireman's Field. This year's contest is a 2-day event with the Home Run Derby on Saturday night, followed by the Valley League All-Star Game on Sunday. Also on the docket, a cornhole tournament, a high school home run derby, and the Valley League Hall of Fame induction. It's the Valley League All-Star Game June 29th and 30th at Fireman's Field. Looking forward to that All-Star Game. Hope to see you out there in late June here at Fireman's Field. Coming up for the Cannons here in the bottom of the second, it's 5, 6, and 7. David Sorg, Mike Gupton, and Andy Pickering. As Sorg saw some time last night as a defensive replacement. Cannons had a pinch hitter, and Sorg came on for defense as Michaels was pinch hit for. So gets the start tonight. Braylon came on as the pinch hitter for Michaels last night. Here's the pitch, and that will miss off the outside corner for ball one.
Sorg typically takes away games. Him and Michaels seem to switch off on and off a lot, back and forth with each other, as they're both competitive first basemen.
Here's the 1-0, and Sorg fouls it away. Count goes to 1-1.
Return them to the merchandise tent to get your Pokemon card, truck, jackpot, pinball, and hit-and-run sports cars.
Sorg out of Fort Smith, Arkansas, goes to Arkansas Little Rock. Here's the 1-1, and that is off the end of the bat. It will go foul. So count to 1-2. Here's your 1-2 pitch. That will miss up high. Cannons will be in action tomorrow down at Woodstock before the customary Monday off day in the Valley. Here's your 2-2. That's a broken bat up the middle. Sorg trying to hustle it out, and he will not. Nice play by King to get that slow hopper up the middle for out number one.
Sorg's going to be mad because he knows if that bat didn't break, it would have been a much better hit. He might be saying after the game, oh, if it was a metal bat. But it was a great hit. I liked the look, and I liked the swing. Let's see what Michael Gupton brings to the field today. Again, I did talk to him before the game. He said he's feeling a home run, maybe two. He said he's due. He was very confident in himself today. He said he woke up feeling different this morning.
Here comes Schweikert's pitch, and that almost hits Gupton and both the legs out of the way for ball number one. Gupton last night went 1 for 4. Here's the 1-0, and Gupton fouls it away. Mike comes in on the season, hitting .286. 6 of 21, a double, a homer, 4 RBI, 6 strikeouts. Also 2 stolen bases for Gupton out of Gulf Coast Community College. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball will miss up high. Gupton started his college career at NC State, but as a lot of guys are wanting to do, moving around, looking for that right fit. Here's the 2-1. Gupton takes on the outside corner for strike 2.
Gupton, let's not forget, the fastest baseball player in the NCAA. This guy has some of the best footwork, some of the best fielding as a center fielder.
Here's your 2-2. A little hesitation on the windup, and it will miss low and away in the dirt. So count goes full to Gupton. On deck for the Cannons, Andy Pickering. As Gupton awaits the payoff pitch. Here it comes from Schweikert, and Gupton fouls it off, almost takes out Ridge Fuller, the third base coach.
Pickering yet to have a hit yet this season, only 4 at-bats. We'll see what he can do today. He's had a couple of starts. Hopefully he can change that around and turn his momentum around this season, because I think he is a phenomenal player, especially when he's in that outfield.
Right now, Gupton at the dish, trying to be on base for Andy. And here comes the 3-2 again, and this will be fouled off once more. This time a little bit weaker, more of an emergency hack by Gupton. Looking like Winchester might have a get-right win today. They're up 13-0, top of the 7th on Woodstock.
Wow.
Here is Schweikert again with the 3-2, and this time it is a foul ball, just foul down the line. And Gupton would have had extra bases for sure, especially if that had clanged around in the corner. Might have ended up with 3, even to left field. But back to that Winchester Royals, those of you that are Valley fans may know already, but Royals had issues with their home park out at Bridgeforth Field and had to had a light pole fall last year in a storm and basically had 2 inspected this year and said they had to come down. So they're playing without lights this year out in Winchester. So they play everything at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, weekday or weekend. Again, we do the 3-2, and that'll be ripped, and that's again a foul ball. So Gupton out in front on everything, and a sheepish smile from Schweikert, kind of knowing what he needs to do as Gupton out in front on everything.
So far in just this at-bat, there has been 9 pitches. 5 of them have been foul balls.
And Gupton hanging tough. Can Schweikert find the right pitch to put him away? Right-hander winds and delivers. And Gupton takes for strike 3. Looked like right down the heart of the plate. Gupton does not agree, but that is first strikeout of the game for Schweikert, and 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Here's the aforementioned Andrew Pickering. As TJ said, does not have a hit yet on the season. Swinging from the left side out of Arkansas Little Rock. Cannon's got a 2-out hit last inning from Jake Slade as that'll miss outside for a ball. Pickering has scored 3 runs on the year, walked 4 times, so finding a way to contribute. 1-0 pitch, Pickering out into right field, and that one's going to drop in for a base hit. Grant, and now back to first base, and he's going to be thrown out at first. What a play as Milford threw behind the runner. Pickering took the wide turn, and he is gunned down as he tried to get back in to safety. 2 innings down in Purcellville, no score. Cannons and Cardinals here at Fireman's Field.
Valley League Baseball is back, and the Purcellville Cannons would like to thank their sponsors for the 2024 season. Cannons Baseball is brought to you by The Pub, with locations in both Purcellville and Ashburn, and Catoctin Creek Distillery in the heart of downtown Purcellville. Cannons Baseball is also brought to you by Carrington Homes, Fairfax Coin, Ridge Performance, Valley Drilling, Affinity Hair, Caseco, Lowers Risk Group, Lava Technologies, UPP, T-Mobile, Savage Pest Warfare, and Valley Energy. Thanks again to all the fine sponsors of Purcellville Cannons Baseball. And if you'd like to become a sponsor, find out more at PurcellvilleCannons.com.
Loudoun County, get ready. Your Purcellville Cannons are hosting the annual Valley League All-Star Game at Fireman's Field. This year's contest is a 2-day event with the Home Run Derby on Saturday night, followed by the Valley League All-Star Game on Sunday. Also on the docket, a cornhole tournament, a high school home run derby, and the Valley League Hall of Fame induction. It's the Valley League All-Star Game, June 29th and 30th at Fireman's Field. Back here in Purcellville, no scores. We head to the top of the 3rd inning with your next 2 innings of play-by-play. Here's my partner, TJ D'Onofrio.
Thank you so much, and I'm glad you remembered my name.
I'm not as angry as I was earlier when I forgot it.
For the top of the 3rd, the slated batters for the Cardinals, Van Coughlin, Delaney Powell, and Nick Mullen. Let's see how Landry takes care of these guys. Van Coughlin out of Holy Cross Crusaders, catcher, at bat, had 26 games, 22 starts, 63 appearances with 13 runs, averaged 190 at the plate. And here's the first pitch, and it's struck, and it looks like it's going to be a foul ball. Struck over to right field. It was nicely struck. It was just felt very
Yeah, just got a piece of it, trying to pull it. Obviously not as hardly struck as some of those balls that Gupton hit.
No, not even close. It was just a little tap, but he could have gotten on base there, I think. Landry with the pitch, struck again, and it's a quick catch by Landry Dreka as Van Coughlin smacks his bat onto the ground, very upset with himself.
Fielding your position always helps. That was not hit hard, but Dreka making that catch. Again, he tips it. All heck could break loose instead, able to record the out himself for one here in the third inning.
Now of Delaney Powell, a pitcher, a hitter, and a center fielder. This guy does a little bit of everything. As here's the first pitch, struck, it's fouled off behind. Delaney Powell plays from Harrisonburg, North Carolina. Plays for North Carolina Asheville, University of North Carolina Asheville. As 0-1 count, here's the pitch, swung and it's missed. Here's the pitch, low and in the ground, ball one. Powell, not the best pitcher, had an ERA of 13.5. Only 2 appearances came in as a reliever, but hitting-wise, has not had any contact this past season for his college with only 4 at-bats, 7 games played. Has not had a hit yet, but he did get walked once. 1-2, here's the pitch to put him away. It's tipped off. It's a foul ball. It is a strikeout. I apologize. It looked like he might have tipped it a little.
He did. Foul tipped into the glove, caught by Braylon to record that out. So good play by Gavin to hang with it.
Absolutely, and that's what you love from Gavin Braylon. He is a guy who just will catch whatever you put in front of him, and he can pop up and throw it a second faster than I think I've ever seen. As Nick Mullen steps up to bat again, strike one. Mullen his last at bat with a ground hit over to a fly ball to left field, caught by Shin Inoue. As here's the pitch, swung again, fouled off behind. 0-2 count.
Jimmy King almost got his head taken off. He was in the on-deck circle. Bounced right by him.
Let's see if Landry can put him away. Here's the pitch. Checked swing, going to the first base ump. He says safe. Ball one. Here's the pitch. Swung and it's missed. 3 in and 3 out. We will be back at the bottom of the third inning, still scoreless here in Purcellville.
Valley League Baseball is back, and the Purcellville Cannons would like to thank their sponsors for the 2024 season. Cannons Baseball is brought to you by The Pub, with locations in both Purcellville and Ashburn, and Catoctin Creek Distillery in the heart of downtown Purcellville. Cannons Baseball is also brought to you by Carrington Homes, Fairfax Coin, Ridge Performance, Valley Drilling, Affinity Hair, Caseco, Lowers Risk Group, Lava Technologies, UPP, T-Mobile, Savage Pest Warfare, and Valley Energy. Thanks again to all the fine sponsors of Purcellville Cannons Baseball. And if you'd like to become a sponsor, find out more at PurcellvilleCannons.com.
Loudoun County, get ready. Your Purcellville Cannons are hosting the annual Valley League All-Star Game at Fireman's Field. This year's contest is a 2-day event with the Home Run Derby on Saturday night, followed by the Valley League All-Star Game on Sunday. Also on the docket, a cornhole tournament, a high school home run derby, and the Valley League Hall of Fame induction. It's the Valley League All-Star Game June 29th and 30th at Fireman's Field.
Welcome back to Fireman's Field, home of your Purcellville Cannons, going to the bottom of the third, still scoreless as your slated batters for the Cannons, Gavin Brolin, Jaquan Smith, and RJ for call. Gavin Braylon, the second best batting average right now on the Cannons, just after Jacob McKenzie. 2 catchers with the best batting averages. Love to see something like that. Braylon was a pinch hitter last night, was unfortunately unable to make contact, but still came in, tried his best. You have to love to see players coming in tough positions. As here is the first pitch. Strike one. Here's the windup. There's the pitch, swung and it's missed. Strike number two. Braylon quickly down in the count. Schweikert coming in with a little bit of a different approach, slowing down some of his pitches, but getting a little more control. As here's the 0-2 pitch, way outside, but very fast. Ball one. Hit 90 miles per hour on that pitch there. Here's the pitch, swung, and it's out into center field, looking like it's going to be tracking. It just falls in between the two players as Braylon runs to go to steal second, but instead he decides to stay back and stay at first, continue with his base hit. Delaney Powell and Cooper Milford look like there might have been a little confusion between who's getting the ball, giving Gavin Braylon a base. Now Jaquan Smith, the right fielder, coming in. Jaquan Smith struggling so far to hit this season. Have talked to him a good amount coming from Florida International. He is just wanting to make contact today. He says that's what he's going to be focusing on. As he gets the call. Here's the windup and the pitch. Shows bunt, pulls it back. Ball one. Going to keep Braylon honest. Right back on first. Here's the pitch, shows bunt again, fouled off behind. Shows bunt again, pulls back, ball number two. Two one. Here's the pitch, swung and it's missed. Through to first. Braylon back on first. Two twos the count. Here's the pitch, swung and it's cracked over just past first and second base as Grant dives for it but misses. Gives Jaquan, gets to first as Braylon gets to second.
Gotta love that, TJ, when you get your number 8 hitter and your number 9 hitter get hits to kind of set the table for the top of your lineup.
You do, especially with 0 outs, so RJ for call can come in and do what he was doing last night, which was hitting straight into that 5-6 gap into the outfield and hopefully let Gavin Braylon get to third or maybe even try to get extra bases and get home. Get a run would be great at the bottom of the third here as here's the pitch for call, check, swing. It is strike one. Pitch number two, way inside, hits RJ for call. gets a walk, bases loaded with no outs. Shin Inouye coming up to the base.
Number 11, Shin Inouye.
Having a quick talk with his pitcher is Van Coughlin. As we see players going over towards the bullpen to start warming up.
Well, we think we've solved the mystery, TJ. We believe it's Brian Diskovich behind home plate. It was a kind of 8-pronged mystery between bad writing from the card we got plus not be able to communicate down to the field, but we're going to go with Brian Diskovich for the rest of the night. We're kind of context cueing it right now.
It sounds right.
I've been watching a lot of Quincy, which you don't even heard of, but it was a procedural drama back in the day before like all the ones like CSI. So,
As here's the pitch, way outside, ball 1 for Shin Inouye.
The base umpires Rick Alderman and Matt Martin tonight.
Here's the pitch, way high, up at Shin's eye level there.
So big opportunity here for the Cannons, TJ. Got to put some runs across, bases loaded and nobody out.
Two-0 count. Here's the pitch, swung, and it's cracked at the bat. Bounces past Elijah Grant. That's going to bring 1. That's going to bring 2 home. As Shin Inouye gets to second. Extra bases for him, bringing home Brayland and Jaquan Smith for a run. 2 runs.
Yeah, could have had a shot at 3, but Furcall had to freeze on the line drive. Good base running there, so got a late start. And Ridge Fuller, with nobody out, didn't want to try and chance it with the Cannons seemingly having Schweikert on the ropes.
Now Jake Slade up with a man on second and third. Let's see if he can get on base and get the bases loaded again. Still no outs for your Cannons. Here's the first pitch. Slade swings at it. It's going to deep field. It went to deep center field. We're going to bring 1 home. Shin Inouye going to stay at third as we now have a man in the corners, first and third. And it looks like they might be changing pitchers out here.
I'll tell you what, TJ.
No, they're not. I apologize. Oh, no, they're not. I apologize.
Inouye looked at Ridge Fuller and kind of gave him the chest tap saying, hey, that was on me. He kind of froze. I think originally he had the read it was going to drop and he should have taken off, but he wanted to play it conservatively, and Ridge gives him a tap on the hand and said, look, that's okay. We'd rather play a little conservative with a 3-run lead now than run into an out. Keep the pressure on.
Absolutely, as Caleb Freeman steps up to the bat with a man on first and third. Here's the pitch. Slade stealing second base. He's running. He slides. Safe man at second now. 2 men in scoring positions.
Cannon take a bit of a chance there, but trying to make sure no double play to give Front Royal an easy out. So now Freeman can swing a little freer and easier without that possibility of a twin killing.
And here's the pitch. Freeman swings at it. It looks like it could be gone, folks. They are just staring, and he brings home 2 more runners. That is your Purcellville Cannons for 3 runs from Caleb Freeman. What an inning for your Purcellville Cannons.
Hit it over top of the scoreboard. Didn't even clang it, TJ, as he cleared the thing. Again, it's not the deepest part of the park, but right there, those Cannons bats erupting here for a touchdown. 6 runs here in the bottom of the third.
And there's your Cannon. David Sorg coming up to plate after that phenomenal play. Great hit, way to be patient. David Sorg looking to keep it together as there are still no outs this inning.
And there might be your pitching change, TJ.
It looks like it, because here comes the coach to have a quick conversation.
So,
Are you interested in
Maybe not. Maybe
Might just
they're
be a
still
quick
trying
conversation, yeah.
to take a little time, waste some time to get an arm up out in the pen. But right now, Cannons, and again, it's one of those things, TJ, in the Valley a couple years ago, especially after COVID, they brought in some of the rules, Major League Baseball, to shorten up games. The 10-run rule, that's a thing right now for the Cannons. If you keep pouring it on, you could save some pitching in the back end. That's huge. If you think about it, in the Valley where guys can get under those pitching limits, if you can get a win in 7 innings and not use a lot of arms, and then, of course, you got the Monday rest day, really helps kind of keep your pitching staff from getting fatigued.
Absolutely, and it means that some of these pitchers can recover quicker, and you can bring a little more heat on those Tuesday, Wednesday games for some of those closers that you're typically using on a game like this.
And again, just guys that have pitch limits that end up getting the call from their college coach, say, hey, come on home, your season's over. And looks like we might be getting that call to the bullpen, as it looks like head coach Brian Worth has taken the ball from his pitcher. And I think interesting, and finally there's the call to the bullpen. So TJ, take it for us.
It is 6-0 for your Cannons at the bottom of the third, 0 outs. We will be right back to tell you all about this new pitcher.
League Baseball is back, and the Purcellville Cannons would like to thank their sponsors for the 2024 season. Cannons Baseball is brought to you by The Pub, with locations in both Purcellville and Ashburn, and Catoctin Creek Distillery in the heart of downtown Purcellville. Cannons Baseball is also brought to you by Carrington Homes, Fairfax Coin, Ridge Performance, Valley Drilling, Affinity Hair, Caseco, Lowers Risk Group, Lava Technologies, UPP, T-Mobile, Savage Pest Warfare, and Valley Energy. Thanks again to all the fine sponsors of Purcellville Cannons Baseball, and if you'd like to become a sponsor, find out more at purcellvillecannons.com.
Loudoun County, get ready. Your Purcellville Cannons are hosting the annual Valley League All-Star Game at Fireman's Field. This year's contest is a 2-day event with the Home Run Derby on Saturday night, followed by the Valley League All-Star Game on Sunday. Also on the docket, a cornhole tournament, a high school home run derby, and the Valley League Hall of Fame induction. It's the Valley League All-Star Game June 29th and 30th at Fireman's Field.
Welcome back to Fireman's Field, home of your Purcellville Cannons. Your Cannons are leading 6-0 at the bottom of the third, 0 outs with the new pitching change for the Front Royal Cardinals. Sabian Rivera coming in out of Hartford Community College, along with his other teammate Ruben Livingston. The two of them seem to have come here together.
Giving out samples of their fine Virginia whiskey.
Sabian Rivera, just a freshman, sitting at 6 foot, 186 pounds. This past season, he had 12 appearances, 1 win, 1 loss, with an ERA of 6.87. 18 innings played, allowed 22 hits, 14 runs, with 14 errors.
Yeah, right now his job is to try and keep this thing as close as possible, shut down the threat. That's the one negative. There's not a lot of negatives about 3-run homers, TJ, but the one negative one for your offense can be it's kind of that cut. It's a clean cut as opposed to the death by 1,000 cuts where you just keep bleeding when it's a double and a single, then a triple. You get that 3-run homer, the bases are clear, the reliever gets a clean slate to work with. If he can kind of shut it down, you don't want to be down by 6, but it's a lot better than 8, 9, or 10.
Absolutely. It's still not an easy position to come in, though. I think, the momentum is all in the Cannons right now. Everyone's so hyped. Your outfield's not feeling too happy. They've had a couple of mistakes. I wouldn't say errors, but routine mistakes. Something that could have been caught but wasn't. A miscommunication when Jake Slade hit. Just not what you want to see from your players. So let's see if we can keep this up as the Purcellville Cannons, as David Sorg steps up into the plate. Here's the first pitch, way down and low. ball one. Sabin Rivera, so far for the Front Royal Cardinals, has played about five and a half innings. And here's the second pitch, way right down the middle, nice and fast. As he's played about 5 innings, allowed 5 runs with 5 errors, with an ERA of 8.43, and allowed 4 home runs. And then here's a swing, and it is a miss. Here's the pitch to put him away. There's a strikeout for Sabin Rivera.
Exactly what you want if your Front Royal. Rivera comes in and immediately gets a quick strikeout to try and, as you said, kind of shut things down, reestablish momentum the other way for Front Royal, get back in and start chipping away at this thing.
As Michael Gupton steps up to the plate. And here's the pitch. Gupton swings and misses.
TJ, we saw last night a run of hits by Newmarket for Purcellville. 5 out of 6 batters had a hit, the other one a hit by pitch to start this inning.
And here's pitch number 2, ball 1. And this inning seems to be all cannons. 6 runs, 6 phenomenal hits individually. And let's see, here's the next pitch, swung and it's missed again. 2-1 count, 1-2 count for Michael Gupton. Here's the pitch to put it away. Gupton with a little bit of hit on it, gets it over to third base, and Nick Mullen cleans it up for out number 2 as Gupton gets out at first to Livingston.
Again, you always rave about his speed. Showed it off right there, as that was a bang-bang play at first on a normally routine one.
It was a little closer than I think they'd like to have. I think we'll see Nick Mullen pick up his pace a little bit in situations like that as Andrew Pickering steps up to the plate. And here's the pitch. Pickering takes a strike. Here he is again, swings and he misses. 0-2 count, way ahead of the pitch there. Here's the next pitch, way low and outside, 1-2 count. One-two count. Here's the pitch, low and just on the ground. 2-2. All 9 players, all 9 batters for the Cannons have now bat in just this inning, as Pickering could have a full rotation back to Gavin Brolin. Here's the pitch, swung, and it's a foul ball right into the Cannons dugout.
Might have got somebody.
Someone went down. I think they were getting the ball, jumping out of the way.
Hopefully.
I think we'd see some players go down there to check on him, but I don't see anybody. 2-2 count, and here's the pitch. Swung, and it's looking like it's a fly ball into center field. Running to chase it. A miscommunication, but left fielder Andrew Ruggieri gets it. And a routine fly ball out into left field. Great communication by them. Your Cannons lead 6-0 as we'll take you to the top of the 4th.
Valley League Baseball is back, and the Purcellville Cannons would like to thank their sponsors for the 2024 season. Cannons Baseball is brought to you by The Pub, with locations in both Purcellville and Ashburn, and Catoctin Creek Distillery in the heart of downtown Purcellville. Cannons Baseball is also brought to you by Carrington Homes, Fairfax Coin, Ridge Performance, Valley Drilling, Affinity Hair, Caseco, Lowers Risk Group, Lava Technologies, UPP, T-Mobile, Savage Pest Warfare, and Valley Energy. Thanks again to all the fine sponsors of Purcellville Cannons Baseball. And if you'd like to become a sponsor, find out more at purcellvillecannons.com. Loudoun County, get ready. Your Purcellville Cannons are hosting the annual Valley League All-Star Game at Fireman's Field. This year's contest is a two-day event with the Home Run Derby on Saturday night, followed by the Valley League All-Star Game on Sunday. Also on the docket, a cornhole tournament, a high school home run derby, and the Valley League Hall of Fame induction. It's the Valley League All-Star Game June 29th and 30th at Fireman's Field.
Welcome back to Fireman's Field, home of your Purcellville Cannons, as we take you to the top of the sixth inning. Your Purcellville Cannons leading 6-0 to the Front Royal Cardinals. The slated batters for this inning: Jimmy King, Brody Popple, and Ruben Livingston. As we see the pitch, strike one. Here's the pitch, swung, and it's hit. Fly ball into deep right field. Jaquan Smith with the easy cleanup.
Next up, number 12, Brody Popple.
The DH, Brody Popple, stepping up to home plate. Here's the pitch, strike one.
Popple plays at Florida's A&M, the historically black college.
Here's the pitch, swung, foul ball behind.
And you see that a lot of times filling out rosters with Caucasian players, the HBCUs.
And here's the pitch, ball. Now 1-2 is the count. As here's the pitch to Popple. He swings, it hits. That looks like it could be gone, folks. And it is. That's out of here for home run, for a single for the Front Royal Cardinals.
First hit of the game is a home run for Popple to get Front Royal on the board.
You know, hoping that doesn't disencourage some of the players here. Still having a great game. Landry Dreka. Now stepping up to the plate is Ruben Livingston from the Hartford Fighting Owls. Here's the pitch, swung, and it's a foul ball right down third base.
Yeah, Drake has pitched really well. Again, only his first hit allowed here in the fourth, and he's been clean. No walks, no hit by pitches, so no free passes. That's so key in any walk of baseball, but especially here in the Valley in summer ball.
As here's the pitch, swung at, looking like it could be a fly ball. It is a foul ball. Didn't hear it land. 0-2 is the count.
Brought to you by Jackpot Pinball and Hit and Run Sports Car.
As here's the pitch, swung, and it's a foul ball to deep right field. This past season, he batted 137 appearances at the plate, batted 358 with 47 RBIs, 13 home runs, 2 doubles, and 49 hits as he goes and strikes out. Looking Could not make any contact there. Andrew Ruggieri. Nope. Andrew Ruggieri up to the plate. Left fielder just had that last routine fly ball catch in deep left field. Here's the first pitch, and it's hit. It's looking like it's going to be over to Caleb Freeman. Caleb Freeman, and Shin gets there as he runs backwards and tracks it. That is a quick 3 outs for your Purcellville Cannons. We'll be right back after this break.
Valley League Baseball is back, and the Purcellville Cannons would like to thank their sponsors for the 2024 season. Cannons Baseball is brought to you by The Pub, with locations in both Purcellville and Ashburn, and Catoctin Creek Distillery in the heart of downtown Purcellville. Cannons Baseball is also brought to you by Carrington Homes, Fairfax Coin, Ridge Performance, Valley Drilling, Affinity Hair, Caseco, Lowers Risk Group, Lava Technologies, UPP, T-Mobile, Savage Pest Warfare, and Valley Energy. Thanks again to all the fine sponsors of Purcellville Cannons Baseball. And if you'd like to become a sponsor, find out more at purcellvillecannons.com.
Loudoun County, get ready. Your Purcellville Cannons are hosting the annual Valley League All-Star Game at Fireman's Field. This year's contest is a two-day event with the Home Run Derby on Saturday night, followed by the Valley League All-Star Game on Sunday. Also on the docket, a cornhole tournament, a high school home run derby, and the Valley League Hall of Fame induction. It's the Valley League All-Star Game June 29th and 30th at Fireman's Field.
Welcome back to the Fireman's Field, home of the Purcellville Cannons, where your Cannons are leading 6-1 at the bottom of the fourth. Up to bat, Gavin Brayland. Rivera with the pitch swung. Gavin Brayland hits it, bounces over to second base, falls behind center field. There, picked up by Delaney Powell. Brayland gets on base at his first hit.
Tell you what, TJ, I played on this field before. I think you may have as well. And whatever was back behind second base must have been the softest dirt ever, because it looked like we were getting a true hop, and that ball just died and ran out in the center field.
Absolutely it did. As Jaquan Smith steps up to the plate, RJ for call after him. Sabian Rivera, here's the pitch. Strike one. Oh, 1 count. There's the pitch. Ball one. Here's the pitch, swung and it's missed. Brayland dives back to first as he tries to get picked off. Sabian Rivera.
Gotta like Jaquan, part of that FIU baseball program.
Cannons famously take from and find some of our best players, as there's the pitch way inside, ball two.
Yeah, teammate of Ryan Guida, one of the all-time, if not the best, Purcellville Cannon to come through, at least here in Purcellville. Had some better players up in Charlestown.
As here's the pitch swung and it's fouled off behind. I was talking to some of the opposing players just last game, and I asked if they knew the name Ryan Guida, and they said, of course. That's a name everybody here knows. Some say he's one of the best Valley League has seen in the past couple of decades, I've heard, because of just the way he was. Such a hitter, two-time All-MVP for the league, as there is a ball. Full count.
Yeah, Ryan, for in-season, fantastic. Couple guys that have been drafted. And actually, Wyatt Langford played a season in the Valley, the draft pick by the Rangers, and made their opening day roster. So a lot of talent coming through this little league.
Absolutely, and here's the payoff pitch, swung and it's missed. That is a strikeout for Jaquan Smith. Now RJ Furcall stepping up to base. Had a walk in the third and hit the ball to the 5-6 gap in the first. Shortstop picked it up and threw it over to Ruben Livingston, and there's the first pitch. Outside, ball one.
Yeah, that ball caromed off the glove of Mullen to King, who made a good play to get RJ by a step.
As here's the pitch, way inside, ball number 2. RJ Furcall, son of MLB legend, I would say, maybe not legend, but
noted MLB and Rookie of the Year in 2000, so in the Pantheon.
And here's the pitch. There's ball 3. Rafael Furcall, RJ, just a senior in high school, just graduated recently, coming in and playing up and being a starting second baseman for this team has been amazing to see, as there's strike number 1.
RJ listed as a catcher, has played exclusively second base for the Cannons.
He's not a catcher at all. I actually asked him about it, and he said he doesn't know why it says that. As here's the pitch, way inside, knees buckled as he gets a walk to first base.
And you got to like RJ early on in the season. Kind of some wild swings and not great at-bats, but he's really locked in and kind of stayed within himself as a leadoff guy, and it's really done some good things for the Cannons and him.
Absolutely. He's only making himself look better every single time, as it looks like they're going to have a talk with their pitcher. I can't see from this angle. Can you see? Is there any? I believe there's someone working out in that bullpen warming up.
Yeah, it's someone warming up. And again, last time we saw Brian Worth take his time before the umpires forced the pitching change, trying to get some extra warm-up time, and that's guys running a team like Brian Worth is as a young coach, trying to remember, and looks like they are going to make that move to the bullpen, I believe, trying to get the attention of one of the umpires, I think. And there it is. So here's the pitching change.
And we will be right back. Your Cannons leading 6-1 in the bottom of the 4th. We'll be right back after the short break to tell you all about the pitching change.
Valley League Baseball is back, and the Purcellville Cannons would like to thank their sponsors for the 2024 season. Cannons Baseball is brought to you by The Pub, with locations in both Purcellville and Ashburn, and Catoctin Creek Distillery in the heart of downtown Purcellville. Cannons Baseball is also brought to you by Carrington Homes, Fairfax Coin, Ridge Performance, Valley Drilling, Affinity Hair, Caseco, Lowers Risk Group, Lava Technologies, UPP, T-Mobile, Savage Pest Warfare, and Valley Energy. Thanks again to all the fine sponsors of Purcellville Cannons Baseball, and if you'd like to become a sponsor, find out more at purcellvillecannons.com.
Loudoun County, get ready. Your Purcellville Cannons are hosting the annual Valley League All-Star Game at Fireman's Field. This year's contest is a 2-day event with the Home Run Derby on Saturday night, followed by the Valley League All-Star Game on Sunday. Also on the docket, a cornhole tournament, a high school home run derby, and the Valley League Hall of Fame induction. It's the Valley League All-Star Game June 29th and 30th at Fireman's Field.
Welcome back to Fireman's Field, home of your Purcellville Cannons. The new pitcher in for the Front Royal Cardinals is Ryan Sellers, out of the UVA Wise Cavaliers. Had only 12 appearances with 15 innings pitched for his team, with a 14.40 ERA, allowed 26 hits, 25 runs, 24 errors, and 15 walks. Batters are averaging .394 against him. However, this so far in the Valley League, he has 2.5 innings played or so, allowed 3 hits, but his ERA of 0. Has not allowed a single run against him so far. Let's see if he can keep that up against your Purcellville Cannons, who are on a hot streak. Only 1 out so far in this inning. Shin Inouye and Jake Slade will be the next 2 at-bats.
It's, as we kind of talked about before, trying to keep that pressure on. And again, it's that new wrinkle to things when you have the 7-run or the 10-run mercy rule after 7. You're always trying to keep pushing and get those runs and maybe end the game a little early.
Absolutely. So there is a man on first and second, Gavin Brayland on second, and RJ for call at first.
That's something Front Royal benefited from last night. They only played 8 innings in their blowout of Winchester.
Here's the pitch. Strike one for Ryan Sellers. Shin Inouye, his last 2 at-bats was a fly ball into deep left field, deep left field, and it was a fly ball out. His second at-bat was deep into right field. He got 2 guys home as he made a double himself. As here's the pitch, swung, and it's a crack at the bat, and it's a foul ball deep left field.
Shin, a kid that will hit it where it is. You pitch him away, he'll try and place it out in left field. We got some big room out there.
Here's the pitch, ball 1. One, 2 is the count. Man on first and second. Let's see if Shin can get any base hits here. Here's the pitch, and there's a swing at the bat, a crack at the bat. It's over to deep right field. Hits the ground. We're going to get Gavin Brayland running home. Shin stays at first as RJ for call gets all the way to third base. That is another RBI for Shin Inouye.
Productive night for the Cannon shortstop. Already 3 RBI, a single and a double as Purcellville adds on.
Jake Slade steps up to the plate. We have scorers and we have runners on each corner. Shin with a large lead off first, knowing against this right-handed pitcher, he's sitting in the blind side. As here's the pitch, hits Jake Slade. The bases are now loaded with only 1 out.
He's going from bad to worse as the guy who hit a 3-run homer last time up has a chance to make it 1 more.
Caleb Freeman is not the man you want to see in this situation if you're Ryan Sellers. Bases loaded, only 1 out. He's going to absolutely have the green light to swing as hard and as many as times as he wants. As here's the pitch, way outside. In BP this morning, Caleb Freeman hit 6 home runs just warming up, all exactly to just right of the giant scoreboard. Was hitting absolute nukes. As here's the 1-0 pitch, inside, strike 1. Here's the pitch, swung, bat flew out of his hand. 1-2 count.
Yeah, Freeman's got the gloves, got everything, and gonna try and get a little pine tar stick to get a better grip after lost control of that one. And has another pine tar stick get thrown in. Everybody trying to be too helpful.
1-2 count. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. Swung, and it's a crack at the bat. Bounces off of Ruben Livingston's hand as it brings 1 runner, 2 runners home as Shin Inouye and RJ Frucall get home. Puts Jake Slade at third and Caleb Freeman at first after it's an error, I believe was the call by Ruben Livingston.
Yeah, on the backhand, that's a routine play. It's got to be made if you're Front Royal, and right now things going from bad to worse as two more on the board, and got to give the Cannons credit. They keep piling on as they should.
Absolutely they are, as now David Sorg is up to bat with a man on first and third. The score is 9-1 for your Purcellville Cannons. Can Ryan Sellers come back and put this inning away? Here's the pitch, strike one. Here's the pitch, swung, it's a crack at the bat, goes just past Ruben Livingston, goes over all the way to the outfield again as it's gonna put the man on first, gets tagged out at third, but it lets David Sorg run to second, and we get one more run in, and that was Jake Slade with a run in. David Sorg now at second.
Next up,
As Caleb Freeman gets tagged out at third.
Yeah, Freeman got a little over aggressive there on the bases. That's a tough run from first to third. With that ball struck well because the outfielder's not playing that deep because the fence is so short in. But a run does come in, put it at 10-1 for the Cannons.
I think Caleb Freeman was trying to get that double because we had seen the last two players, Jake Slade and RJ Furcall, get from first to third on a hit just like that as Michael Gupton steps up to the plate. With 2 outs and a man out second, here's the pitch, strike one. Score is now 10-1 for your Purcellville Cannons. As Fireman Field is seemingly getting packed. Love that the home crowd is here. There's a crack at the bat and it's broken. And Michael Gupton's going to quickly be out at first. That is his second broken bat of the night. We will be right back for the top of the fifth as 10-1 for your Purcellville Cannons.
Valley League Baseball is back, and the Purcellville Cannons would like to thank their sponsors for the 2024 season. Cannons Baseball is brought to you by The Pub, with locations in both Purcellville and Ashburn, and Catoctin Creek Distillery in the heart of downtown Purcellville. Cannons Baseball is also brought to you by Carrington Homes, Fairfax Coin, Ridge Performance, Valley Drilling, Affinity Hair, Caseco, Lowers Risk Group, Lava Technologies, UPP, T-Mobile, Savage Pest Warfare, and Valley Energy. Thanks again to all the fine sponsors of Purcellville Cannons Baseball, and if you'd like to become a sponsor, find out more at purcellvillecannons.com.
Loudoun County, get ready. Your Purcellville Cannons are hosting the annual Valley League All-Star Game at Fireman's Field. This year's contest is a 2-day event with the Home Run Derby on Saturday night, followed by the Valley League All-Star Game on Sunday. Also on the docket, a cornhole tournament, a high school home run derby, and the Valley League Hall of Fame induction. It's the Valley League All-Star Game June 29th and 30th at Fireman's Field.
Welcome back to Fireman's Field, where your Purcellville Cannons are winning 10-1. Here to give you your next 2 innings of play-by-play, my professional and wonderful partner, Jeremy Huber. Jeremy, take it away.
Thank you much, TJ. As Landry Jerica into his 5th inning of work, Jerica will face Milford, Grant, and Coughlin. Batters 6, 7, and 8 for Front Royal. So far, Landry has allowed just 1 hit. It was the home run to Brody Popple. Here's the pitch, and that'll be hit to shortstop. In a way, gets the tough hop, high throw, and Sorg keeps the toe on the bag for out number 1. As the first baseman saves the shortstop, an error there as Sorg had to stretch out that big, tall frame to record the out.
next up, number 28, Elijah Grant.
So here comes Elijah Grant, first time up. Grant was a strikeout victim. Landry with 6 strikeouts today. Here's the pitch, shows bunt, and it'll go foul as Braylon jumps on it quickly. So far tonight, Landry in his 4 complete innings. 2 of them were 1-2-3. In the second, the lone Front Royal base runner reached on an error. And then a 4-batter inning in the 4th as the pitch is fouled off as Popple with the solo homer. Cannons up 10-1 here in the 5th inning. In case you were wondering, there is a mercy rule in the Valley, 10 runs after 7 innings. Here's the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss by Grant as he goes down swinging, the 7th strikeout of the night for Landry Jerica. Here's Van Coughlin. Coughlin lined out to Jerica. Soft liner, but solid play by Landry as he made the stab on his glove side. Here's the pitch, and that'll be hit to Inouye, gets behind it, throws over, and a strike this time to Sorg. 3 up, 3 down, go the Cardinals. We head to the bottom of the 5th. It's Cannons 10, Front Royal 1.
Valley League Baseball is back, and the Purcellville Cannons would like to thank their sponsors for the 2024 season. Cannons Baseball is brought to you by The Pub, with locations in both Purcellville and Ashburn, and Catoctin Creek Distillery in the heart of downtown Purcellville. Cannons Baseball is also brought to you by Carrington Homes, Fairfax Coin, Ridge Performance, Valley Drilling, Affinity Hair, Caseco, Lowers Risk Group, Lava Technologies, UPP, T-Mobile, Savage Pest Warfare, and Valley Energy. Thanks again to all the fine sponsors of Purcellville Cannons Baseball, and if you'd like to become a sponsor, find out more at purcellvillecannons.com.
Loudoun County, get ready. Your Purcellville Cannons are hosting the annual Valley League All-Star Game at Fireman's Field. This year's contest is a 2-day event with the Home Run Derby on Saturday night, followed by the Valley League All-Star Game on Sunday. Also on the docket, a cornhole tournament, a high school Home Run Derby, and the Valley League Hall of Fame induction. It's the Valley League All-Star Game June 29th and 30th at Fireman's Field. Cannons up 10-1 on Front Royal here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 7, 8, 9 for Purcellville. Pickering, Braylon, and Smith, your scheduled batters. Be interesting to see how Brett Fuller plays this one, whether he goes a little deeper into the bench today. Already has a couple guys in Pickering and Smith who getting their first starts in a while. Yet only a season a week old, but they have not seen as much time as they would have liked. So you might see that Cannons keep some of those guys in. It'll be interesting, especially depending if they can put some runs up here. Brett Fuller likely will try to play to get this one done in 7. Save a couple arms. So here comes Pickering. Pickering already 2 at-bats today as he singled in the 2nd, flew out to left field to end that lengthy 3rd inning where the Cannons put up 6 runs. Pickering, though, it's got to be one of the more unsatisfying hits of his career as he awaits the pitch here. And that is on the outside corner for a strike from Sellers. Pickering hit a ball that dropped in right field, but the right fielder threw behind him at first base. 0-1 pitch, misses outside. Count goes to 1-1 as he took the wide turn, and Pickering, before he could get back, was tagged out by the first baseman, Livingston. So tough way to get a hit, then almost immediately be out as that breaking ball misses outside for ball 2.
You know, and if you're the Cannons, you're not even feeling bad about the bottom of your lineup. Sometimes there's a batter towards the end, you're worried about him. The bottom of this lineup has played just as strong as the 3 through 6.
They've powered it today. You're right, TJ. Big swing and a miss by Pickering for strike 2.
Gavin Brayland and Jaquan Smith both had great hits earlier this game. Let's see if Andrew Pickering can get another base hit here.
Pickering awaits the 2-2. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to miss outside as Brian Descovich says no strike. He's behind the plate. Matt Martin, we believe, down at first base, and Rick Alderman at third tonight. Three-man crew here in the Valley. Long look in by Sellers, and here's the payoff pitch, and big swing and a miss as Pickering going for the downs on that one comes up bust for a strikeout and out number one.
From South Carolina, Columbia, number 55.
Gavin Brayland, who has been up to base twice, has been to home plate twice today, and he has hit both times. Both were singles, and he got to second base. He had one run in. He is having a great game so far today. If he can make it 3 in a row, I mean, 3 singles in one game is a great game.
Here's the pitch and a big swing and a miss by Brayland for strike one. Brayland, freshman heading into South Carolina, up against a teammate in Elijah Grant tonight. He also is going to be a Gamecock as another big swing and a miss by Brayland. Cannon's taking some healthy cuts this inning, but not making a lot of contact. Sellers gets his signal and will come home with the 0-2 pitch and delivers. That is going to be outside low in the dirt. It will kick all the way back to Sellers on the hill.
And that's where Pickering is so upset that he's not at first base right now, because that would have been an easy stolen base to second with it popping so far back.
1-2 count. And that is outside and no swing, says Matt Martin down at first base. We mentioned before that Sellers down at UVA Wise played his high school ball for Benedictine College Prep in Richmond. Here's the 2-2, and that will hit Brayland, and he'll take a walk down to first base, a painful one, but another hit by pitch. Third today by Front Royal pitchers as the Cannons have a man on with one out here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
And that's just Ryan Sellers' second hit by pitch himself in this game. Needs to get a little bit more control over it, or maybe he's trying to tell the batters to back up off of home plate.
Here comes Jaquan Smith, and back to Sellers. As throw back over, Brayland in. That throw almost got away from Livingston over at first. But Benedictine's an interesting school. It's both a Catholic school and a military school, which you don't see a lot of those.
No, that is a very hyper-specific small group of people.
Extremely. Here's the pitch as Smith takes on the outside corner for a strike. I actually called a game they played Woodbury Forest years ago, and it was kind of one of those schools that had a lot of Division I players and had some real good ones. And I think, I'm not sure, but a couple famous guys have gone there. I think at one point Bobby Ross might have gone there, the old football coach, because that's going to be off the outside corner for a ball. But a couple guys that I ended up calling in that game ended up signing with some high major D1 schools. So, but you see that in Virginia, a lot of schools like that, some of the prep schools down there. Here's the 1-1. That is low and inside for a ball.
Bobby Ross was in the VMI, Virginia Military Institute.
Well, that was his college. What was his high school?
Oh, his high school. Oh, I apologize. High school was...
Here comes your 2-1 pitch. We'll let you reveal it after the pitch. Sellers comes set, and here's the pitch, and that is in there for a strike, and that is going to be the second strike as Brian Descovich thought he was ringing up Smith. Instead, it was just strike 2.
And if you were wondering, yes, it was Benedictine College Prep, because you just, of course, knew that if you couldn't tell by the reaction of me laughing into the mic.
2-2 coming up. Here it is, and Smith flares it out into the outfield. It will fall in front of Powell as Brayland into second base, and Smith with his second hit of the game. Cannons bottom of the order getting it done. The 5th hit they put out there today, and back to the top of the lineup and for a call as the Cannons again have 2 men on, only 1 out.
And for Call, who's had a great game so far, has been walked twice. His other one was a grounder into shortstop, got out by first just by even a step. He has also gotten a double, and he came home in the third for one of our runs.
RJ waiting. And here's the pitch. That misses inside. Yeah, as you said, that kind of wacky play to start the Cannons at-bats off. Then was hit by a pitch in the third, then walked in the fourth. So for Call, has been on base twice today. Braylon a healthy lead at second as RJ takes a breaking ball in for strike one. Cannons, 2 big innings so far tonight. Had 6 in the third. Key hit there, the 3-run homer by Caleb Freeman. Then 4 in the fourth. Sellers pitch, that is in there for a base hit. Braylon coming around, he's going to score. Smith takes a look back, and for Call will be into second base on the wild throw. Had a chance at him at second if it had been on the mark, but instead, for Call into second base, Smith into third. Cannons score 1 run as Braylon crosses the plate. It's now Cannons 11, Cardinals 1.
This is the best game I think so far we can confidently say from RJ for Call. Not just because he got a hit or has been walked twice. It doesn't matter. What it is his patience behind the bat. When he's at home plate, normally we see him take some wild swings. That's how he started this season off. We talked about it just even his last at-bat. Very patient, disciplined. You can tell he's been working on it.
So now Cannons with a 10-run lead, looking at on as Inouye at the plate will take outside for a ball. Here comes Inouye, and that's fouled straight back. Count goes to 1-1.
As they are going to score that throw an error on Andrew Ruggieri.
Yeah, off the mark by Ruggieri, as that'll be weakly hit to shortstop. Smith looking at the fielder. He comes home easily as Inouye will be out at first base, but does get the RBI on the ground out.
Brings home another runner in Jaquan Smith. Jake Slade stepping up. You can hear it. His family is going crazy for him. And to show RJ Watanabe is okay, he is out in the stands selling 50-50s. Me and him talked earlier. I said, do you have any pain, any dizziness, any blurriness? And he said, no. Even right after, I said, I'm fine. Let me keep pitching. I'm all good.
All worked out well for the Cannons last night as Jake Slade takes the breaking ball inside for a ball. As Brett Fuller immediately motioned to the bullpen, he was not going to let RJ stay out there no matter what. And the Japanese righty tried to convince him otherwise, but Coach Fuller went to the pen instead, as that's low in the dirt.
And if you know RJ, you know he has a very special relationship with Coach Fuller. He's been to Coach Fuller's house. He stayed there even a little bit last year. Very close relationship between the two because they've just become very close friends. The two of them, RJ says he's going to come back as much as he can every single year.
2-0 coming up to Jake Slade as he will rock it out to left field. That falls in for a base hit. As for Call trots home, and Jake Slade with his second RBI single, third single of the night. Cannons add on. It's now 13-1 Purcellville. Here comes Caleb Freeman, and right now, another arm getting loose in the front royal pen as Purcellville keeps adding on. 3 already in the inning as a big swing and a miss by Freeman for strike 1. Caleb grounded out to third base to end the first inning, then the 3-run homer in the third, reached on an error in the fourth inning, but was thrown out at third base as a throw over, and back in safely is Slade. It was on the Sorg RBI single. Caleb tried to go first to third and was thrown out pretty easily at third base. Here goes the 0-1 pitch. That'll miss high for a ball. Count goes to 1-1. Cannons back in action tomorrow night. They'll be on the road at Woodstock. Here comes the 1-1. That will miss high and away for a ball. Still no makeup date on that Strasburg game that was postponed earlier this week.
Sometime in July.
Here comes the 2-1 pitch. As that's a broken bat, going to go up into the netting and fall on top of the Cannons dugout as it's a weak pop-up to Grant, who makes the catch to retire the side. But the Cannons put 3 more on the board. They lead Front Royal 13-1 after 5 innings of play.
Valley League Baseball is back, and the Purcellville Cannons would like to thank their sponsors for the 2024 season. Cannons Baseball is brought to you by The Pub, with locations in both Purcellville and Ashburn, and Catoctin Creek Distillery in the heart of downtown Purcellville. Cannons Baseball is also brought to you by Carrington Homes, Fairfax Coin, Ridge Performance, Valley Drilling, Affinity Hair, Caseco, Lowers Risk Group, Lava Technologies, UPP, T-Mobile, Savage Pest Warfare, and Valley Energy. Thanks again to all the fine sponsors of Purcellville Cannons Baseball, and if you'd like to become a sponsor, find out more at purcellvillecannons.com.
Loudoun County, get ready. Your Purcellville Cannons are hosting the annual Valley League All-Star Game at Fireman's Field. This year's contest is a 2-day event with the Home Run Derby on Saturday night, followed by the Valley League All-Star Game on Sunday. Also on the docket, a cornhole tournament, a high school home run derby, and the Valley League Hall of Fame induction. It's the Valley League All-Star Game June 29th and 30th at Fireman's Field. Top of the 6th inning as Landry Jerica still on the hill for the Cannons. And having some issues with our uniform race as the Cannons up 13-1. Things all good here in Purcellville tonight as they have looked dominant against a struggling Front Royal squad. And looks like we have a pinch hitter for Front Royal, as looks like Delaney Powell will be lifted for Sam Barber, the infielder from Shenandoah University. So Barber will ground it to second base for Call, gets it, throws over, and in time to make the play, as RJ had to range way over, but still able to make it and get it over to Sorg just in time to get Barber for out number 1.
Now batting from George Washington University, the third baseman, number 18, Nick Mullen.
Here's Nick Mullen, and Mullen takes low in the dirt for a ball. Mullen from Exton, Pennsylvania. Here's the 1-0. That's ripped past the third base coach, head coach Brian Worth. Mullen out of George Washington, 5'11", 195-pound sophomore infielder. Started all 57 games for the Revolutionaries this year, so I called one of his games this year, at least one, in my work with Georgetown. Hit 251 for the Revs as he's way out in front on that breaking ball from Jerica.
I just think you call every game, Jeremy.
I don't, but they played
Feels like it.
the Hoyas this year in Georgetown, so I had a chance to call his game. 1-2 pitch coming up from Jerica. He delivers, and that is going to be hit out to right field, playable for Smith as he's underneath of it for out number 2.
Smith with a great showing today.
Now batting the shortstop, number 7, Jimmy King.
Here's Jimmy King. King 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a fly out to right field. Here's the pitch, and that is going to miss for a ball.
Landry Jerica before the game said he wanted to try to pitch all 9 innings.
And that is no, it's not in there, and an appeal down to first base. No swing, says Matt Martin.
Jerica said he wants to try to play all 9 innings. Let's see if the Cannons even play 9 innings tonight.
Yeah, could have a complete game through 7. Jerica's pitch will be fouled away, almost hits one of the power sources for our camera system.
That's why there's a good cover on those. Impossible to take off. I know, I had to take them off just last week, and it took me a screwdriver and 2 other players.
You gotta make them strong. Here's the 2-1. That's in there for strike 2. I know we took a direct hit on our home plate camera. That's why our picture's been a little blurry over the last few games. We apologize for that. But hopefully the audio helping you along. 2-2 pitch. That's low as Braylon nods his approval. So a 3-2 pitch coming up with 2 outs. As Jerica trying to finish off 6 solid innings. Payoff pitch. That's going to be hit down to third base behind the bag. Got to get rid of it quickly, and it is going to be low. And Sword can't dig it out, so it will be a man on base for Front Royal, likely an infield single on the tough play for Slade. So, man on base for Front Royals. They look to keep the inning going as Brody Popple comes to the plate. Popple with the solo homer, his last time up.
Popple, a little bit of a slugger with the pass.
That's hit, and it's going to get past Sorg into right field for a base hit. Runner going around, King over to third base. So now it's Cardinals on the corners with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. And we'll see how Brett Fuller approaches it. Again, has the 12-run lead, but you can cut it off right here, have a chance to win it in 7. But back-to-back base hits for Front Royal. Here's Ruben Livingston trying to extend this inning as Jerica tries to close the door. And fouled straight back, so Livingston on his first pitch he sees. Livingston reached on an error in the 2nd inning, then was a strikeout victim in the 4th. Andrew Ruggieri on deck. Front row trying to get that lineup to him with men on base here in the inning. And swing and miss for strike 2 as Jerica again will try and end this frame. Another great crowd here tonight. Back-to-back nights of stands packed full of Cannons fans. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Here it is. That'll be hit down the line, but foul. So we'll do it all over again. Cannons becoming a summertime tradition here in Purcellville. Technically, I think we're still in spring, but close enough.
Do we count the summer solstice as the first day of summer, right?
Not sure.
You seem to know a lot of things. But
I do, but I don't know that one.
Right.
0-2 pitch, and a swing and a miss for Livingston as Jerica puts another strikeout in the book. His 8th of the contest. Gets out of trouble, works around the back-to-back singles. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Cannons leading it 13-1 over the Front Royal Cardinals.
Valley League Baseball is back, and the Purcellville Cannons would like to thank their sponsors for the 2024 season. Cannons Baseball is brought to you by The Pub, with locations in both Purcellville and Ashburn, and Catoctin Creek Distillery in the heart of downtown Purcellville. Cannons Baseball is also brought to you by Carrington Homes, Fairfax Coin, Ridge Performance, Valley Drilling, Affinity Hair, Caseco, Lowers Risk Group, Lava Technologies, UPP, T-Mobile, Savage Pest Warfare, and Valley Energy. Thanks again to all the fine sponsors of Purcellville Cannons Baseball, and if you'd like to become a sponsor, find out more at purcellvillecannons.com.
Loudoun County, get ready. Your Purcellville Cannons are hosting the annual Valley League All-Star Game at Fireman's Field. This year's contest is a two-day event with the Home Run Derby on Saturday night, followed by the Valley League All-Star Game on Sunday. Also on the docket, a cornhole tournament, a high school home run derby, and the Valley League Hall of Fame induction. It's the Valley League All-Star Game June 29th and 30th at Fireman's Field. New pitcher on the hill for Front Royal. It's Ryan Tressler, the right-hander out of Oral Roberts University. Tressler checks in at 6'3", 210 pounds, a senior out of Tennessee. Again, right-handed pitcher. Tressler on the season so far this year has pitched in one contest against Woodstock 3 nights ago. Pitched an inning, allowed 3 runs. Only one of those earned. Did give up 3 hits in the contest. Again, Tressler at Oral Roberts out of Gallatin, Tennessee. Also previously pitched at John A. Logan College and went to high school at Davidson Academy. This year for ORU, made just one appearance. Actually, last year did not appear for Oral Roberts this year. So, David Sorg will come up for the Cannons to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning as Gupton and Pickering set to follow. Here's the pitch as Sorg will foul it off.
You know, for a guy from Little Rock, he's pretty tall. No comment on that one? All right.
I didn't hear a word you said.
Oh, I'll say it
Here
again.
comes the 0-1. As that's going to miss outside for ball 2.
I said for
ball 1.
For a guy from Little Rock, he's pretty tall, huh?
Number 16, Cameron Murray, is the catcher out of Western Carolina. Here's the 1-1. So Murray in for Coughlin behind the plate.
You get a brand new pack of Pokemon cards.
I want to go catch a foul ball.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's going to miss just off the plate. And again, Sorg, tall guy. That's a low pitch. Got high knees. Here comes the 2-2. And Sorg out in the right field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. As Milford chases it down, fumbles it. Sorg's going to turn on the Jets into second. He might go to third base, and he'll stay right there as Rich Fuller holds him up. As Sorg will end up with a double as he leads off the bottom of the 6th inning. Sorg quickly read it. Milford had some trouble, and the big man rumbles into second base.
Sorg, so far this game, had the exact same play happen in the 4th where he gets a double into deep right field where Cooper Milford just struggles to fumble the ball around and really grasp it. Bobble the ball around.
Here comes Gupton, and Mike will take for ball 1. Gupton so far tonight, strikeout and 2 ground outs to third base. So now a meeting at the mound between Murray and Tressler. So, and Brian Descovich will get out there and chase the catcher back to home plate.
These guys certainly like to have long talks. We can say that for sure.
Well, I know the two earlier ones were them trying to buy
Let
some
the
time for the
pitcher warm up,
bullpen,
yeah.
but this one,
That could have been the same. I mean, they might have a guy back there warming up because who knows how good Ryan Tressler is.
Murray might just be trying to get on the same page as well. Could be multiple reasons. Here comes your 1-0 pitch, and that'll be grounded to third base again. Check the runner, throw over to first base in time to retire Gupton for the first out of the inning.
Next up,
And that is the third time that's happened today where the third baseman gets the ball off the bat and throws him out to first. But each time he's getting close to first base just due to his speed.
Here comes Pickering. Pickering singled his first time up, then flew out and struck out. So he is 1 for 3, as that is off the outside corner for a ball. Pickering on the season, his first hit tonight. Here comes the 1-0. Pickering takes outside for ball 2. In just the third game for Pickering so far this year. We talked about it before. Didn't have a hit before tonight. Also had his, as that's going to be popped up. Going back is King out into short right field, and he'll be called off by the left fielder Ruggieri, who makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
Pickering probably not too happy with his performance today. Really wanted today to prove himself as a player who should maybe be seeing more at-bats, more time playing, and instead he had one hit and he ended up fumbling that himself, where he gets caught in between first and second when he could have stayed safe at first. I think he's really going to have to come back and work hard in these practices to prove his team worth for the team to spend as a starter.
Here's Gavin Braylon. As Gavin, big swing and a miss for a strike. Braylon 2 for 2 today with a pair of singles, came around to score. Also scored when he was hit by a pitch in the 5th. So Braylon has reached base every single time he's been up tonight. Here's the 0-1, and Gavin takes inside for a ball.
I said, give yourselves a round of applause. Give yourselves a round of applause.
Bill Russatella encouraging the crowd, as it is another great crowd here tonight. Cannons always lead the league in attendance. 1-1 pitch, that's going to miss outside. And of course, we ask everyone that in the area, come on out for the Valley League All-Star Game, June 29th and 30th, two-day event this year. Could be a home run derby on Saturday night, and then the game itself on a Sunday. Some of the best players in the Valley will be here, as that's going to miss outside. And you never know. Again, Valley had at least 2 or 3 guys drafted a couple of years ago in the first round, actually. So you might be seeing a star of tomorrow, today. 3-1 pitch coming up. That's going to get to the backstop, and moving up a base is Sorg, as Braylon on base for the 4th time tonight, this time via the base on ball.
And also, not only do we have the best fans and the attendance in the Valley, we also have a lot of people who watch. As of right now, we have over 60 people watching us live right now, Jeremy. It's not only just the fans who show up. We have fans all over from the world.
That's right. A lot of folks that are watching their loved ones, but also folks who are just fans of the Cannons. I've had folks tell me I was at home in Purcellville watching the game. Here's Jaquan Smith, and that is going to miss. Going to catch the outside corner for a strike. 13-1 lead for the Cannons as they're up on the Cardinals. 3 big innings for Purcellville, 6 in the 3rd, 4 in the fourth and 3 in the fifth. Trying to make it another one here. Smith awaits the pitch. It's low and outside for a ball.
You know, as I said, I talked to Smith before the game, and I told you said he wanted to be patient in the box, and that's what he's been today. He's been patient. He's been timing his hits right, and he's not swinging at the first pitch like he has been this whole season.
Here's the 1-1, and Smith takes high and inside for a ball.
At 7 p.m., all the best players in the Valley right here in Purcellville.
I think what separates some of these players from great to good in the Valley League is their plate control.
Cannons at the corners. Here's the pitch, and that is going to miss off the outside for a ball. So Ryan Tressler now looking at a 3-1 count to Jaquan Smith. RJ Furcall is on deck, top of the lineup for the Cannons. Here's your 3-1. That's way outside, and now Tressler really starting to struggle. Back-to-back walks to Braylon and to Smith. Bases loaded for RJ Furcall.
Who had a great double just last inning into deep left field. Just bounced in between, or not bounced in between, just got down into the little harder part to see there for some of the left fielders, such as Andrew.
Here's the pitch, and Furcall takes low for a ball. We both discussed it after some early wild swings. Furcall's kind of changed up his attack at the plate. It's been a little more under control. It's paid some dividends. Let's see how he attacks the situation here with the bases loaded. Here's the 1-0 pitch. RJ takes for a strike. Furcall does not have a home run yet. Has a double. Here's the 1-1. That's way outside. Sorg's going to come home, and he is going to slide in safely with the 14th run of the game as Purcellville expands their lead to 14-1 here in the bottom of the sixth.
And I don't know if you saw, Jaquan Smith might have actually been walking there just a second, knowing no one cares what I'm about to do. They need to stop this run. And he just kind of had a nice little strut going for himself, just taking his time.
Furcall slightly moves up in the box. Here's the 1-1, and RJ takes inside for ball 2. Remember, 10-run mercy rule after 7 innings, so if the Cannons can hold down Front Royal in the top of the frame, they will head off with a 7-inning win as Furcall will, that's going to be ball 4. So actually it was a 3-1 count. So third straight walk for Tressler, and let's see if Front Royal goes to the pen to try and get this one done. Again, with 2 outs, you want to let Tressler try and finish it off and not waste another bullpen arm, but right now, after 3 straight walks, tough to leave him out there. Inouye waits and takes way outside for ball 1.
Inouye, who has been our DH the past couple of nights, coming back into shortstop. In the exhibition game, did hit a home run, has not seen one since.
Tressler comes set and delivers, and Inouye will foul this one off as that was right down the heart. She didn't try to jump on it, but could not keep it fair.
If you get one of the shiny ones, I don't know anything about Pokemon cards, but apparently one of these cards could be worth thousands.
Giving away Pokemon cards tonight.
Yeah.
Noted Pokemon expert Bill Russatella giving them away. No one knows Pokemon like Bill. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That is on the outside corner for a strike. You a big Pokemon guy when you were a kid, TJ?
I was actually. I was going to say, I'm looking to get some of these fly balls so I can go exchange some for Pokemon cards. I still have some.
Well, it's your inning coming up, but do you want to go run and get some Pokemon cards? I'll cover for you. Inouye up the middle. That's in for a base hit. 1 run is in. Smith coming around. He's going to score 2 as it throws offline. Gets to the backstop. All the Cannons will move up as Inouye into second base and Furcall over to third. 2-run single for Shin Inouye. Cannons pouring it on, now up 16-1.
I appreciate the offer, but I think I'd prefer to do the play-by-play. even if
Hey.
you don't hit.
Bill was hard selling it, man. And it looks like they're going to go to the pen here. Again, saying some of those cards might be worth a lot of money. Gotta balance it out. And we'll tell you who the new pitcher will be for Front Royal in just a moment with Jake Slade coming to the plate. Cannons lead it 16-1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning, trying to add on and hopefully end this one via the mercy rule.
Valley League Baseball is back, and the Purcellville Cannons would like to thank their sponsors for the 2024 season. Cannons Baseball is brought to you by The Pub, with locations in both Purcellville and Ashburn, and Catoctin Creek Distillery in the heart of downtown Purcellville. Cannons Baseball is also brought to you by Carrington Homes, Fairfax Coin, Ridge Performance, Valley Drilling, Affinity Hair, Caseco, Lowers Risk Group, Lava Technologies, UPP, T-Mobile, Savage Pest Warfare, and Valley Energy. Thanks again to all the fine sponsors of Purcellville Cannons Baseball, and if you'd like to become a sponsor, find out more at purcellvillecannons.com.
Loudoun County, get ready. Your Purcellville Cannons are hosting the annual Valley League All-Star Game at Fireman's Field. This year's contest is a two-day event with the Home Run Derby on Saturday night, followed by the Valley League All-Star Game on Sunday. Also on the docket, a cornhole tournament, a high school home run derby, and the Valley League Hall of Fame induction. It's the Valley League All-Star Game June 29th and 30th at Fireman's Field. New pitcher on the hill for Front Royal, it's Thomas Fahey. Fahey, 6 foot, 205-pound senior right-hander out of Danbury, Connecticut, goes to Trinity College, famous Trinity Bantams. Fahey has made 3 appearances on the season, pitching to a 12 ERA, no record, as he's pitched 3 innings total, 5 strikeouts, 10 walks, 5 hits allowed by Fahey. In his collegiate season, Fahey was on the campaign, pitched to a 6.52 ERA at 11 appearances, all in relief. 0-2 record, 9 2/3 innings pitched, as he walked 8 batters, struck out 15. Opponents hit .299 against him. So 16-1 lead for Purcellville here in the bottom of the 6th inning, as Cannons have runners at 2nd and 3rd, as for call at 3rd, Inaway at 2nd, and Jake Slade at the plate. Jake has reached base all 4 times tonight. Pair of RBI singles, also another single, and a hit by pitch, has scored 2 runs. Fahey delivers, a little funky delivery, as that is going to miss inside for a ball. Slade, local product out of Loudoun Valley High School, currently playing for Virginia Tech. That's going to miss way outside for ball 2.
My dad, who went to Wesleyan College up in Connecticut, texted me some choice words just now about Trinity, as they are bitter rivals, and just said that he's not a fan.
Yep. It's one of the great small college rivalries, I believe, as that's going to miss way outside for a ball.
Don't say anything's great about Wesleyan. It'll boost his ego. He doesn't need it. It's all right.
Well, I went to Hammond, Sydney. We are, of course, rival Randolph-Macon, one of the great small college rivalries. I can appreciate a good Division III rivalry. Here comes the 3-0 pitch that is in there for a strike. Good league up there. A lot of good baseball, a lot of good sports up there in New England at the small college level. It's one of the reasons UConn baseball has been pretty good. A lot of their transfers coming from Endicott, one of the best teams in Division III. A couple others, as that's going to miss way outside, and bases again loaded as Jake Slade draws a walk.
This seems to be what they were trying to avoid, since we have 2 outs, but Mike, now it's Caleb Freeman up, who already has a home run tonight. That's all I'll say about that.
4th walk of the inning for your Front Royal pitching. And Cannons, their 9th batter of the frame. Caleb Freeman at the dish, and Caleb takes for a ball.
Caleb Freeman, famously a switch hitter for the Cannons.
Here's the 1-0, and that's going to miss inside for ball 2.
Trying to get over to the short porch over there in right field.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Here it is. And breaking ball catches the outside corner for a strike. So a 2-1 count, 2 outs. Cannons up 15, 16-1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning as Freeman takes it in the dirt. Count goes to 3-1. All this coming with 2 outs for the Cannons. Did something similar back in the 3rd inning. Actually scored all their runs with no outs, so completely opposite. But still a nice run for the Cannons in both frames. Here's the 3-1, and Freeman will fist it out, but it will be caught by King behind second base for the 3rd out of the inning. But another big inning, 3 runs on the board for the Cannons. They lead it 16-1 as they'll look to finish it off via the mercy rule in the top of the 7th inning.
There is a 10-run rule in the
Valley League Baseball is back, and the Purcellville Cannons would like to thank their sponsors for the 2024 season. Cannons Baseball is brought to you by The Pub, with locations in both Purcellville and Ashburn, and Catoctin Creek Distillery in the heart of downtown Purcellville. Cannons Baseball is also brought to you by Carrington Homes, Fairfax Coin, Ridge Performance, Valley Drilling, Affinity Hair, Caseco, Lowers Risk Group, Lava Technologies, UPP, T-Mobile, Savage Pest Warfare, and Valley Energy. Thanks again to all the fine sponsors of Purcellville Cannons Baseball, and if you'd like to become a sponsor, find out more at purcellvillecannons.com.
Loudoun County, get ready. Your Purcellville Cannons are hosting the annual Valley League All-Star Game at Fireman's Field. This year's contest is a 2-day event with the Home Run Derby on Saturday night, followed by the Valley League All-Star Game on Sunday. Also on the docket, a cornhole tournament, a high school home run derby, and the Valley League Hall of Fame induction. It's the Valley League All-Star Game June 29th and 30th at Fireman's Field. Welcome back to Fireman's Field. Before we kick it over to TJ, quick look around the Valley League as most of your games have wrapped up. Winchester with a 13-0 win over Woodstock. Covington up on Stanton 3-2, while it's Strasburg leading Newmarket 4-1 in the 8th inning. Charlottesville routing Waynesboro 13-1 in the 7th, and in the 8th it's Culpeper up on Harrisonburg 3-2. And now over to my partner TJ D'Onofrio to hopefully bring us home in the top of the 7th inning.
Let's hope so, Jeremy, as we see a pitching change here for the Cannons. Cooper Smith coming in. This will be his 2nd appearance. 2 innings pitched last time in the loss to the Rebels. His ERA of 0. Did not have a single hit against him. He's coming into this game. He is a 5'11 junior from Minnesota, sitting at 185 pounds. Pitches at St. Thomas University. Your slated batters are Andrew, Cooper Milford, and Elijah Grant. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. Cooper Smith has not appeared in any games in college yet, but in high school he was selected all conference in 2021. 2-time varsity starter. Here's the pitch, and it's swung at and it's missed. Strike 2. He also was a hockey player and won the high school team Cy Young Award. Oh, 2's the count. Smith winding up, and here's the pitch. Way high, ball 1. Here's the pitch, way high again, 2-2 count. Here's the pitch, swung and missed. That's a strikeout for Cooper Smith. And it looks like we have a pinch hitter here for the Cardinals, number 9.
Isaiah Pinckney.
Isaiah Pinckney. From Clayton, New Jersey, plays at Rutgers U New Brunswick. Here's the pitch, way high, ball 1. Here's the pitch, swung, and it's a cracked out bat, foul ball, deep left field.
Pinckney out of Rutgers, and again, remember the Scarlet Knights, has not played all that much, but anytime you got some talent, good enough to be on a Big Ten team, gonna raise some eyebrows here in the Valley.
Absolutely, but only batting 1-1-1 so far this season, 111 with 9 at-bats, 4 games played, only 1 hit and 1 run. It was, as here's the pitch, low and inside, ball 2, 1-2 count. I'm sure you can hear a little bit of the confusion for the 50-50 raffle winner. Bless you, as here's the pitch, struck, and it's going to be a foul ball, looking like Gavin Braylon was trying to find it, going to be way high and out. 2-2 count. Another bless you too, as I'm sure our fans can hear that in the background. I'm surprised those 2 lights in the outfield have not been called out yet. As here's the pitch, way inside, full count, 3-2. And those 2 lights out in the outfield are actually my parents. And my dad, as a baseball player, should know better.
Who will send me personalized? Congratulations, Ian.
If only had a direct feed for them, they could listen along without the delay.
That would be my mom's dream, as here's the payoff pitch, swung, and it's looking like it's going to be a fly ball. It's going to be foul, but David Slade over there to catch it to get the second out of this inning. Pinch hitter here, number 32 for the Cardinals.
Looks like a new guy added to the roster a little bit.
And there's the first pitch. Named Lee Alvarez.
Leedy.
Leedy.
L-E-D-Y Alvarez.
As there's ball 1. Pitch 2 here, swung, foul ball. Back towards home plate.
Alvarez out of Jackson State. Solid baseball program in the SWAC.
This is his first ever at-bat in the Summer League. 1-1 count. Let's see if Leedy can do something. Foul ball, deep right field, right over the fans' heads.
Yeah, I checked earlier today. I was doing some prep work, and they just had his name. No number, no heights, weights, nothing. It was just his name.
Standing at 5'10", bats righty, 175 pounds, an infield player. Does not say what position. Might still be trying to figure that out themselves. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch, swung, and it's going to be a fly ball. And it is foul. Right over the bullpen for the Cannons, as Leedy keeps his at-bat alive. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung and it's missed, and that's the end of the game for the Purcellville Cannons as they end up winning 16-1 in just 7 innings, folks. Jeremy, you want to take it away?
I'll take it home. Thank you so much, TJ. As Cannons get the win, 16 runs on 15 hits and 1 error. Front Royal 1 run on 3 hits and 2 errors. Winning pitcher in this one is Landry Jerica. What a gem he twirled tonight. Allows just the run in the 4th inning on the home run by Brody Popple. Also allowed 2 more hits in the 6th, but worked around it with the 2 men on as he strikes out 8. Again, only gives up that 1 run, 3 hits to get the win. Loss goes to Mark Schweikert, who ends up giving up 6 runs in just 2 innings of work, no save in the contest. Tonight, Cannons improve that record on the year as they move to 6-1 on the season. Elsewhere in the Valley tonight, we told you Newmarket trailing Strasburg late in that game, while Woodstock fell to Winchester, so the Cannons should gain ground on both the River Bandits and Newmarket as they head into a game tomorrow night against those same Woodstock River Bandits on the road down in the Valley. That'll do it from Fireman's Field for my partner today, TJ D'Onofrio. I'm Jeremy Huber saying so long. Cannons win. They win big time over Front Royal, 16-1.